right. All right. So we're live now. All right.
Live na.
So good morning, everyone. And thank you to all our viewers who's watching us this morning. So my name is Judith Alma. I am one of your hosts here in Naturopaths in Manila. Turning you over now to my beautiful and gorgeous co-host to greet everyone as well and to introduce our special guest this morning. Yes, P. All right, P.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pink. Am I coming clearly? Oh, unstable. Good morning, everyone. Wait.
Yes. So there's.
How about now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Pink, one of the hosts here in the Naturopaths in Manila. Our topic for today is related to Dr. Diet, one of the 7 natural doctors. And I am so sure that it'll be fun, delicious, and plant-powered topic for everyone, lalo na sa mga nag-iisip magbago ng diet dyan dahil magsa-summer na. And of course, if you want to change your way of cooking din. And today, we're going to talk about vegan life and rediscovering relationship with cooking and food as a new direction to self-care and wellness. Am I clear enough now?
You're a bit unstable right now there on your end, lab. So let me take over now. So yes,
okay.
We're here again. Sorry for some technical glitch. So are you okay now there, lab, to introduce our special guest?
How about now? Okay na ba? Okay na, lab?
Yes. Okay, so go ahead.
So our guest today is very special because, sabi nga ni Chris Aquino, she's the sister of Miss Positivity, our friend Zarina Malyari. She is also a not serial killer, but a serial entrepreneur.
Wow.
Who runs multiple companies in Manila. Her background in the hospitality industry has allowed her to study, work, and train in Switzerland, Spain, and France, pang international, where she amplified her love for food and wine. Cooking since she was 6 years old, she is very passionate about enjoying life through food experiences and adventures. And as an ex-omnivore, it is her personal mission to share fun, plant-based creations, encourage others to rediscover eating more fruits, veggies, nuts, legumes, and other whole foods, and eat in a way that nourishes the body while also doing good for the planet. In between her very active schedule, she is now also the only vegan columnist for Mega Publishing Group's newest online lifestyle magazine called OneMega.com, where she showcases approachable recipes and ideas. You can also find more inspiration for food product recommendations and updates on the release of her plant-powered 101 ebooks from her Instagram via @LifeWithAwa. So our dear friends, let's welcome our dear guest today, Awa. Hi, Awa!
Hello, magandang umaga.
Ay,
morning, Awa. Thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So thank you for saying yes kahit na kailangan mo mag-Taglish dito.
Okay lang naman.
Kaya yan ni Awa. Okay.
All right. So to encourage everybody, diba? So yeah. It's all good things, mga positive kahit sharing and information.
True.
Again, Awa, thank you very much. So let me start off the first question, Awa, because I'm sure a lot of our viewers is so excited to hear from you because this is something that very, very close to you, very experiential tong anong i-share mo sa mga viewers natin. So let me ask this to you. What made you really decide to go for vegan, Awa? And when did you come up with this realization that, okay, I'm gonna go for vegan? And what does vegan or ang dami, di ba? So what does vegan or plant-based mean talaga? May difference ba siya talaga, Awa? So paki-explain mo to sa amin.
Okay, so let me go back, no. I was raised, tsaka nung pinalaki ako, lahat na kinakain ko because I grew up loving food, 'di ba? So favorite ko yan, yung luto ng lola ko, mga adobo, sinigang, gising-gising.
Sarap.
And alaman naman natin na in the Philippines, sobrang sarap ng food natin, 'di ba? And masarap to eat with rice. Pero back in 2017, I was at this point in my life na sobrang nababurnout na ako with work. And aside from the stress and all the responsibilities I had at work, na-realize ko na parang, oh my gosh, like my asthma was really out of control. I was borderline diabetes. I was having a lot of allergy attacks. I had skin eczema. My cholesterol levels were just ridiculous, tsaka crazy. I was borderline obese. And I always experienced this parang sluggishness, mental fog, and I was not aware that it was also leading to signs of depression. So parang my brother, my older brother, si Mark, he also studied medicine, and during that time he said, hey, take a look and watch this interview, this special feature on CNN by Dr. Sanjay Gupta. And in that parang special, they featured somebody called Dr. Colin Campbell. Okay, so Dr. Colin Campbell is a very well-known doctor, and during the 80s, he was the one who introduced the term plant-based. Now, kasi in America and all over the world, really, one of the biggest known disease that kills many adults and even young adults is heart disease, diba? Kasi it's all about consumption, kain lang, big portions, enjoy. And he was really promoting the lifestyle change and health change to focus on eating mostly plant-based food. Now, when we say plant-based food, that means, I always tell this to people, you don't consume anything with a mother or a face.
All right.
So lahat
what do you really mean by that?
So fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, whole foods talaga. Nothing animal product, no food products derived from animals, kahit dairy, bawal.
Yes,
diba? And ang focus ni Dr. Colin Campbell is lessening the fat intake. So no oil yan. So it was very extreme during that time. And when my brother and I were having a conversation about it, I was telling him na, oh, you know, I'm having all of these like physical difficulties na palagi ako nagkakasakit, even during like my period, ang sakit. Sobrang sakit ng dysmenorrhea and pain. And I was asking myself, like, what is going on? What's happening na? Diba? So during that time, of course, I was cooking everything. When I say everything, yung steak ko, may bone marrow pa, tapos may blue cheese pa. Ganun. Diba? Sarap. Tapos butter. Cooked in butter pa yan.
Butter pa.
So, you know, as much as I enjoyed it, and also because like I've been very lucky that I got to try lots of different foods, sabi ng brother ko, why don't you try? Diba? We watched together this other documentary called What the Health. You can find this on Netflix, and you can easily find it on YouTube and Google. I'm pretty sure with all of these mga releases and documentaries supporting plant-based lifestyle, mahanap natin yan. So sabi niya, you know what? I dare you. So it started with a dare.
Wow. Ni
I
Mark.
dare you to try for 14 days to go and try the whole food plant-based diet. So no oil, all vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains lang yan. Nag-carbs pa rin ako, pero I just had to make sure walang dairy or egg products. Diba? So 14 days, sabi ko, kaya naman. And I like a good challenge, diba?
Okay.
And I did it. And after 14 days, sabi ko, wow, parang ang gaan ng feeling. Like, I felt better. And during that time, nung 2 weeks na yon, I did not have any allergy attack at all. And normally, my allergy attack, ano yan eh, every like 3-4 days meron. And then
Mhm.
I always had like skin eczema. And then I noticed parang medyo naglalesen na.
Mm.
And I was sleeping a little bit better. So, sabi ko, oh, okay, nice. So during that time, parang hindi ko masyado pinag-isipan na parang, oh, okay, I did it, great.
Mhm.
But then, I had to travel kasi. And alam na natin when we travel, especially like me, I like to taste everything. I like to explore. I like to try new things. And
Mhm.
after that, parang I came back to Manila, sabi ko, oh my gosh, I don't feel so good again. So parang nag-reset.
Okay.
Parang feeling ko na-cancel out yung lahat ng efforts na ginawa ko. So sabi ko, you know what, I'm gonna like try to be more self-aware and
Okay.
be like an ovo-pescatarian. So pag sinabi kong ovo-pescatarian, that means I still ate my egg, I still had a bit of dairy, and I
Correct.
only ate seafood. No more meat, pork, lamb, ganyan, red meat. So I tried it, and I was like, okay, that's nice. And then when after siguro a few weeks, naramdaman ko na parang, oh, okay, parang kulang pa. There's something. I was
Mhm.
still getting some allergy attacks. I was still having like a little bit of some asthma
Mhm.
attacks. And so sabi ko, you know what, I'm gonna try and get my baselines. So
All right.
nagpa-blood work ako, everything. And
Okay.
then I saw, wow, okay, mataas pa rin talaga.
Mhm.
Sabi ko, you know what, why not? So I just parang cold turkey. I went right for it.
Oh.
And I never looked back. And after that, parang ang dami ko nakitang pagbabago in my overall physical, mental, and even like the way I am, yung health ko. I feel like it was one of the best decisions I made in my life. Now, yung difference with plant-based and vegan, it's only really a matter of terms. Eh. When we
Mhm.
say vegans, usually people kind of like hesitate or they get intimidated kasi nakikita natin yung mga activism of PETA and like all of these like animal rights groups.
Correct.
Now, the term vegan naman kasi began during in the 1940s, 1944 with si Donald Watson. He's not a doctor, sorry. He was the one who founded the Vegan Society in the UK. So
Okay.
he was an activist and
Mhm.
he really was a proponent in the movement. Now, for me, it's really just about finding your sense of purpose and your why. Bakit mo to ginagawa? Kasi ako, in the beginning, it was more for health. 'Di ba?
Correct.
And then the more I studied, the more I read about it. I took courses, I got certifications just to kind of reinforce it in myself na parang you're doing the right thing for you. Your body is responding very well. I
Mhm.
see the difference. Nakita ko rin yung mga positive changes in my body, in my mindset. So sabi ko, maganda to. It's for me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
normally kasi before, I'll try. I've tried all the diets. Nag-keto na ako. Yung even master cleanse, very extreme, diba? Just for weight
Yes.
loss. I've
Uh,
always had that issue about parang
Yeah.
crash dieting. I did also yung Atkins diet and all these things. Now, um, I always tell people you have to find out what works for you and always do the best that you can.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi naman lahat may willpower na parang, okay, go, vegan. Diba? So yung iba parang, I call them mga flexitarians. Okay, so
Mm.
flexitarians are the ones who would be open to, okay, no meat Mondays or every Friday, sige, no meat then. And just focus on adding more and more of yung mga fruits and vegetables. So yun, so parang
Mhm.
it's been 4 years already for me, and I've realized it's really just one of the best decisions I've made in my life. And I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not contributing to, yung mga pain and suffering that animals go through,
Correct.
diba? So,
Wow.
yun lang. That's how
Ang
it.
galing, Awa. Nakaka-inspire yung ano mo, yung story mo kasi that gives a hope to everyone. Pero ang napakamagandang na I pick up from your story kasi nagkaroon ka muna ng parang yung sakit nga, 'di ba? Na parang dun talaga yung parang eye opener sa iyo 'yan, 'di ba? Yung health mo talaga. And I think everyone talaga pag may ganung parang nagkakaroon ng turning point. And then, what's good thing, your brother pa yung naging parang instrument mo to have
Yes,
this kind of lifestyle right now. And he even challenged you, ha, na merong,
correct.
yeah, the beauty of this, kasi parang nga, di ba, as you said a while ago, yung 14 days, nakita mo talaga there's a good effect on you, di ba? Na parang very interesting effect na parang why not trying again? And then it's
Correct.
really
Yeah.
hindi ka na force na parang you also experiment. Yun yung parang yung when you go through
Mhm.
with your story, when you tell this story with us, parang talagang nag-journey ka, meron talaga yung journey with you. And the beauty of this, for you to become more empowered and really into it, you immerse yourself by studying, di ba? Yung you attend mga courses to affirm you na you're doing the right thing and you're on the right
Mhm.
track. And up to this date, you mentioned nga na parang the effect talaga, ikaw mismo na experience mo, na you become really aware na it's very, very holistic yung naging effect sa'yo because mentally, emotionally, there's a positive
Mhm.
effect. Parang nagiging byproduct na lang yung physical effect na nawala. Kumbaga,
Yeah.
nag-neutralize yung mga parang mga problems mo, health problems mo before na kitang-kita ngayon sa'yo na parang you really live with it na yung it's a good thing na you share this kind of story to our viewers kasi makikita nila na dinala mo talaga tama ka, as a Filipino, Awa, talagang we love to eat and we love to eat good food. Tayo talaga, yung culture natin yan masarap talaga yung mga pagkain natin, di ba?
Oo, tsaka malalasa
Mhm.
kasi, and
Correct.
yung Filipino food was really, it's very cultural. It's deeply ingrained in our culture na it's all for sharing. So marami
Correct.
tayong mga stews and mga roasts and yung mga ihaw, 'di ba? Masasarap naman talaga. Pero again, for me, it just boiled down to parang ano yung nararamdaman ko. And I'm going to be very honest with you, and my sister knows this. My
Okay.
sister actually was the first in our family, because of pranic healing, to
Mhm.
avoid consuming meat.
All right.
I would make fun of her. Okay? Sabi ko, bakit? Hindi ko kaya yan. Sayang naman the cheese, all the burgers, or steak. Ang sarap-sarap. And because I love to cook, I've been cooking since I was 6.
Yes.
So, parang nilalait ko siya. And I know she's a very good sport. Hindi naman pikan yung sister ko. But now, like, looking back in retrospect, pag nag-uusap kami, sabi niya, grabe, mas extreme ka pa sa akin.
I would say that. I would really say that.
But also at the same time, like, one other positive thing is that I'm able to see the changes with the people around me. Because,
Mm.
especially with my mom. My mom now does not eat meat at all. And sabi niya, in the
Wow.
beginning, very old school yung mommy ko. Ano yan, anak, sige na, kahit konting sinigang. I'm like, ma, I can't eat that. I don't want to eat that. Sige na, taste lang, yung soup lang. So, yung logic and sense na parang, oh, wala naman kasama yung soup,
Yeah.
diba, na meat.
Mm.
So I really wanted to take time to educate her and explain to her, like, very patiently, parang yung effects of eating more gulay. Wala namang namamatay by eating more
Correct. I
gulay,
agree.
diba?
Yeah.
Yes.
Diba?
Mm.
Meron ka bang narinig na
Wala
namatay?
Na
ka naman.
Wala.
overdose
Sa
ng gulay.
naturopaths, wala ka
Pero
naman.
yung mga palaging nagbe-bacon.
Ayan,
Kamusta?
maraming,
Diba?
maraming
Yes.
research documents talaga.
Absolutely.
Correct. So, with my mom, nakita niya slowly then, and I've seen the change also in her overall health. So, naging very, motivating for me yan. And even with my friends, I had to explain to them, I really want to do this for myself, and it would be nice also for you to help me by supporting me, like, in my endeavor. Tapos, pinaglulutuan ko sila. So, with all my experiments, I would try,
Yes.
oh, try mo to, vegan burger to. They would enjoy it. So now, more and more of my friends are very, at least self-aware
Yes.
Mhm.
in terms of how much they consume, what they enjoy,
Mhm.
and they see the difference as well. So yun yung, at least for me, if I could even just show or encourage one person, sobrang happy ko. Kasi it's a good thing. It's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? Wala naman, wala naman trial run for life.
Correct.
Correct. So why not enjoy
Nice.
it
Mm-hmm.
fully, healthily, and not contribute also to, all of these things happening right now with our environment.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yun.
Awa, nakaka-inspire ka actually hearing this from you kasi ang galing, me personally hearing this, honestly, para kasing you don't force people to do that, but you are really showing by practicing and at the same time, educating your friends. I like the word, I like that because parang you're really, na-embrace mo na tong lifestyle na to that you know deep within you na when you do this kind of lifestyle, ito talaga napakaganda ng effect nito. But at the same time, you're not doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the environment, for the community. I like that, Awa, yung ganong mentality mo. But at the same time, your approach is not imposing, forcing people, but you are continuously parang inspiring, very encouraging. So that's a very beautiful story, Awa, and very na
Mm-hmm.
parang in a way, yun nga yung sinasabi mo kanina na kasi yung vegan, merong naging stigma talaga yun, yung mga
Yes.
activists na I
Yeah.
personally may ganyan na experience. But
Ah,
with you, pag ikaw yung maririnig ng isang tao, Awa, na ganyan yung
Mm-hmm.
mai-inspire na, why not trying it? Why not nga? Baka nga ano. Kasi walang ano hindi parang feeling strain, yung parang mabigat. Ikaw yung parang maganda yung approach mo. That's why I believe your friends gets inspired by you also to try this kind of plant-based or vegan lifestyle thing. And it's fun. It looks fun na pag ginagawa kung ikaw ang nagiging nagpo-promote ito parang the way I'm hearing from you and the energy that you're emitting. It's it's fun to do it. Hindi siya mabigat, hindi siya parang
yeah.
something obliged. Parang you just move with the flow, parang ganon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Parang ang
also,
saya-saya, no?
oo, tsaka hindi, it doesn't have to be boring. Just
Correct.
because
Yeah.
you're going to go on a plant-based, vegan, or even vegetarian diet, it doesn't mean it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be boring kasi ang daming pwedeng kainin. Most people just assume na salad lang or
Correct.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
but actually there's so much to discover, right? 'Di ba? So
True.
yung mga
Mm-hmm.
meats natin very limited din naman yan eh. But how many species of plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds and legume are out there? Over 85,000.
wow.
Dami.
Okay? 'Di ba? So parang for me, even as a cook, nakaka-inspire din na parang how can I make this very flavorful or attractive or parang
Mm-hmm.
enticing to people, 'di ba? And yung what I call the vegan rage that people have interacted with, I think it's only very natural kasi I also kind of went through that phase when the more you read about it, like the way
Mm-hmm.
animals are treated or
Mm-hmm.
slaughtered, alam, hindi ko yan parang iniisip dati eh. And the
Mhm.
way we source our food or paano ba yung pangingisda, how did this salmon get to my plate? But there's
Oh,
so many of these practices.
Yeah.
When you watch all of these videos, grabe ang dami.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a point na parang hindi ko kinaya because I was getting very sad. As in, iyak ako ng iyak when I would watch them because you really see the fear in the eyes of the animal being
Yeah.
slaughtered. Now, I,
correct.
obviously it's very important to bring light to that because nagiging effect din sa environment natin yan.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I
But
agree.
we are destroying so much of the natural resources that's been given to us. And then ano na yung matitira sa mga future
Mm-hmm.
generations, 'di ba? So
Mm-hmm.
if many people slowly at least try to make more active decisions and take control, I think collectively kaya natin to reduce yung mga emissions of, gas emissions and, carbon dioxide and the damages that we're causing to our planet.
Wow,
Yes.
super inspiring, no?
Yeah.
And knowing kasi binabasa ko yung mga articles mo dito sa One Mega, you never thought you would be a vegan.
Correct.
So, you've been, suffering health issues and everything. You just didn't say yes eh. Yung gusto ko na part is, you did your intelligent evaluation. You
Mm.
also, yung part na you're lovingly and patiently educating your mom, your friends. That's my favorite part. And also that vegan or being a vegetarian is not boring. So
Yeah.
From that, meron ako question, no?
Go.
Ano ba talaga yung tawag kung, di ba, there's ovo-pescatarian, there's vegetarian, there's vegan. Ano naman yung you're not eating meat lang at all, pero you're eating everything pa rin, including the dairies, the, seafoods, and
So
all.
it
Meat
depends,
lang
diba?
mismo.
So may mga iba-ibang terms tayo. Like for example, if you're pescatarian, you don't eat meat, you don't eat chicken, but you still eat fish and seafood.
Mm-hmm.
So meron tayo yung lacto-ovo vegetarian, which means you still consume dairy, you still eat chicken and eggs, but you don't
Mm.
eat red meat, pork,
Okay.
lamb, ganon. So there's a lot of different varieties. Like for example, the Mediterranean diet is a very popular
Mhm.
diet. 'Di ba? It's one of the parang what they considered before the sustainable types of diets. And you see people who are from the Mediterranean region in Europe live
Mhm.
longer because they eat mostly plant-based food and just like leaner meats.
Okay.
Ganyan. But again, I don't like to be preachy. It's just I want to encourage everybody to just do the research and try because why
Mhm.
not? Wala
Yeah.
naman 'di ba mawawala sa iyo. I think a lot of people find it very challenging then kasi
Mhm.
masyado silang nakafocus, oh no, I have to give up steak, I have to give up yung favorite ko na chicken, adobo. But actually, if you're creative enough and you understand that I'm doing this first and foremost for myself, because
Mhm.
nobody else can take care of you but yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be very accountable for what you put in your body because
Correct.
I don't like saying food is your medicine
Mhm.
because your consumption of food is actually just an indicator of how your health will be. Okay? Because everything you put in your body will process it and it becomes a part of you.
Mhm.
Diba? Kaya
Mhm.
yan yung minsan na term na sinasabi nilang you are what you eat.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
But there is a science to it. Every
Mhm.
product or food that your body will break down will transform inside of you. That's why we have
Mhm.
energy, diba, in our body
Correct.
to do workouts and why we
Mhm.
sleep better. Our hormones adjust to whatever we put in our body. And immediately when you consume animal product or animal protein, tumataas na yung levels of your blood pressure eh. So if you really think about it, regardless of your intake of fruits and vegetables, your tendency for your blood pressure to increase by consuming animal products is already at around 22 to 30%. So
That's
that's based on scientific published
Mhm.
research. Ha?
Mhm.
So maraming mga information kasi like even by consuming animal products, you risk yourself 50% more to get diabetes,
that's
heart
Mhm.
disease, and heart failure by 43%. Okay.
Mhm.
And even colorectal cancer, which is one of the biggest
Yeah.
silent cancer killers in the world, and second, I think, in America. I say
Mhm.
America because we're talking about even the population and the
Yeah.
density and their lifestyle, because we're kind of westernized Philippines, diba? But 50% greater chance for you to get
Mhm.
colorectal cancer. So for me, parang sabi ko, grabe, all of those things that I was feeling, basically, I was already parang adding the ingredients to become very, very sick.
yeah. Going to that
Oo.
direction already.
Direction na.
Oo.
Grabe, no?
Oo. So, I mean, I always tell people if you're going to just try, if you're curious, if you're going to start,
Mm-mm.
always, I think, consume the best that you can afford. Kasi
Correct.
meron din yung assumption na mahal maging vegan eh. But actually,
Right.
my grocery bill
Oo.
is
Mm-mm.
so much less than what it was before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Awa, eto
Oh,
ha, because coming from your parang sharing a while ago,
oo.
syempre maraming na-inspire but they don't know, alam mo yung parang to start. Lalo
Mm.
na kasi the mindset of people right now when it comes to plant-based diet or vegan, yun nga yung pinag-usapan natin kaninang, it doesn't have to be boring if we can be really
Mm.
creative. But of course, ano yan eh, kumbaga, it depends on the individual eh. Kasi there are
Yes.
people, they don't know really how to put on the plate, their plate, kung ano yung sinasabing be creative, di ba? Saan sila magsisimula. Of course, with the vegetable nga, ano yung mga simpleng parang they can enjoy? Are you referring ba to juicing, mga blending? Paano ba yan? Tapos, you mentioned a while ago that people have this misconception na it's expensive to become a plant-based, ano, di ba? To practice plant-based lifestyle. Kasi parang yun yung nagiging mindset kasi talaga ngayon ng mga tao na parang when you, mas madaling makita nga daw sa wet market tong mga ganito, bakit kasi daw yung nagpa-plant-based, ang thinking, healthy options lang daw yung ano natin, di ba?
Okay.
So give a light over that kind of a mindset to our viewers, and para mas maintindihan nila na in fact if this is the kind of thing that they do, the kind of lifestyle, it's really manageable, it's actually more practical, and not only you become healthy, talagang overall ang ganda ng ano effect talaga, 'di ba? So can you help us understand this further?
Okay, so there's a lot of misconceptions, like what I mentioned earlier. Na it's expensive to be a vegan. It's only going
Correct.
to be expensive if you buy expensive food. It's the same if you were an omnivore. So if I'm always going to be buying mga branded, packaged, and processed vegan food, then of course mahal. Kasi we're only learning about all of these products now, just because there's a lot of awareness about going on plant-based. So, yung mga products na ini-import, of course, medyo mas mahal. But if you focus, ang dami natin mga gulay and mga tofu is very cheap. Diba? So, you just have to do a lot of planning. Be open-minded and also think, how can I veganize a dish? Kunwari nagluluto tayo. I'm so used to, let's say, I love kare-kare. Oh my God.
Okay.
Kare-kare was one of my favorite dishes
Yeah.
before.
All right, very rich.
Pero there's a way to veganize kare-kare. You don't have to use ox tripe or shrimp or anything like that. Damihan mo yung gulay mo. Because the one nice thing also about going on plant-based diet is that yung nutrient density natin mas malaki. Okay, and which means that you're putting more in your body that's low calorie, okay, but it makes you feel full. So mas nabubusog tayo. So nata-target din dyan yung emotional eating. That's a different topic that we can discuss. But I mean,
I love to hear that also.
yeah, because
Emotional eating.
I was an emotional eater. So
Right.
parang kaya na lang, sige, okay, sige. Pero after a while, parang when you look and think about what you're eating, 'di ba? Parang okay ba to for my health? How do I feel after? Like I noticed before when I would eat yung mga steak, mashed potato with gravy and all of that. Yung feeling mo after parang, oh my God, food coma. I'm so sluggish. Kasi gusto ko na matulog, 'di ba?
I can relate to that also.
Alam natin yan. Yeah, because I've eaten so much in my life. And it's really just a matter of being in tune with your body then. Now, there are so many producers, so many suppliers now of accessible vegan products. And also, palengke.
Yeah. What about palengke awa? Yeah, give light to that awa. Sige, sa palengke, marami
Punta
tayong
tayong palengke.
Correct. Marami kang mahanap sa mga palengke. Yung mga variety lang nga, hindi lang naman munggo yung nandun, diba? Meron tayo yung mga kadyos, pigeon beans, and all of these other legumes. When I say legumes, yun yung mga beans and mga red beans na protein sources din siya for us. And in terms of gulay, ang dami nating gulay, 'di ba? And we're by doing that also we're supporting local farmers.
Correct.
So, it's not about focusing on what you're giving up. I think it's important to focus on what you're going to gain from at least making that effort for yourself. Kasi for me, what I've also realized along the way is parang eating is a form of self-love.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's nourishment, it's consumption, it's also the way you prepare your food. You're doing that for yourself. You're experiencing it all with all your senses. Like I always say this, cooking is the only art that you experience with all your senses. Kasi nakikita mo, natitaste mo, naamoy mo, naririnig mo nga kung paano yung sizzle, diba, sa pan. So it's a very experiential I think process for me. I'm very sensorial. I like to experience things, taste things. So you just have to do a lot of planning. Don't be
Mhm.
discouraged. Tsaka wala namang perfect na vegan eh.
Yeah,
Lahat ng mga vegan may mga pinagdaanan din yan
Mhm.
in terms
I
of
love that.
self-discovery. And also, please take note, it's easy to be an unhealthy vegan, ha?
Yeah. Oo
So
nga.
if
Wow.
Correct. Correct.
if I just eat Oreos, like the vegan Oreos and French
Mhm.
fries and vegan ice cream all the time, of course I will also have problems.
Mhm.
So I always like to tell people, try to focus on eating as many varieties as you can of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, all of these things, and have fun with it.
Mhm.
Kasi parang you'd be surprised sometimes na parang, oh, kaya pala, like jackfruit for me is one of my favorite like discoveries. Before, parang okay, jackfruit, fruit lang yan for me, yung matamis. Pero yung hilaw na jackfruit, yung
Yeah.
green, ang dami ko nang nagagawa with that. And
Oo.
it's very surprising.
Mhm.
You can do like grilled jackfruit ribs, you can do
Wow.
fish and chips, you can do
Ah,
sinigang
ang
with
dami
your
pala.
jackfruit, you can do burgers. So,
Sarap.
ang daming mga pwedeng ma-discover. Yun yung naging focus ko.
Mhm.
I realized I wasn't paying enough attention to a lot of ingredients that I could enjoy more. Kasi usually gulay, di ba, parang, especially even in restaurants, mga side dishes lang siya.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
salad.
Parang
So,
accent lang siya lagi sa mga menu, yung mga
oo,
ganun.
very,
Palamuti lang, no?
tsaka very challenging yan for me before when I was starting. Kasi here in Manila, ang hirap maghanap ng purely just vegan restaurant. Now, there's more and more popping up, which I'm
Yeah.
so excited and happy about. Kasi at least,
Uh-huh.
parang people are realizing, pwede pala. 'Di ba? So, yun yung magandang I think what I can encourage to other people, like have fun with it, like eat as many varieties as you can. And if you don't like it, that's okay.
Mhm.
But I still haven't met a vegetable I didn't like. So I can't I can't say anything yet about
So
that.
good that you mentioned na talaga, Awa, it's part of it talaga is plan your things, 'di ba? Yung mga parang to make sure na you don't get discouraged. And I agree, no? Hindi naman lahat ng vegan, yung practicing vegan always success. Kumbaga talaga nagjo-journey din sila
Mhm.
discovering things from what they can come out from being a
Yes.
vegan, 'di ba? So yun yung and that's the beauty of the process because marami ka na di-discover, nalalaman mo and talagang kitang-kita mo ano nangyayari. So you really can speak with authority na eto yung mga pinagdaanan ko kasi ikaw mismo, yun yung maganda dun eh. So the beauty of it is like don't be too hard on yourself when you go for this
Yes.
kind of lifestyle. Be more open, as you mentioned nga a while ago. Be more open and laging may curve dyan eh pag nag-journey ka talaga.
Mhm.
But stay
Uh-oh.
put and then keep discovering what else you can come
Yeah.
out with this. And yun nga, ikaw nga kita mo yung sabi mo yung jackfruit before was
Yeah.
fruit. Pero
Wala
ngayon,
lang. Oo.
experiment na pwedeng makame out with that jackfruit, di ba?
Saka
Na
ang
parang,
mura niya.
o yun pa, di ba?
Yeah.
Mas
I can see
nakakatuwa.
so many people with just one langka. As in, I can have a party. Oo.
Jackfruit
Beautiful, di ba?
party.
Yes. So, yes, Pink. Another question for our guest. Thank you, Awa. Ang dami mong mga insightful talagang information
Oo nga
binibigay.
eh.
And I'm sure a lot of our viewers are super excited now to try this. Later, before we end, maybe you can parang let us know where can we follow you. Baka naman kasi meron ka nagtuturo ka ba dyan, Awa. You tell us that later, okay? So yes, Pink, any more question for our guest?
Oh, actually, ang sarap makinig kay Awa, no? Parang ang daming tututunan, parang ang sarap-sarap ng mga vegetables, ang sarap
That's true.
ano to, yung langka na hindi hinog.
Yes.
Ngayon ko lang din na-realize na ang daming pwedeng iluto sa kanya. But,
Correct.
aside from that, hindi boring talaga yung dating nung pagiging vegan at ng mga gulay. Because for most people, yun nga, it's all about what we have to gain, hindi yung what we have to give up.
Correct.
Dahil katulad niyan, akala mo hindi masarap maging vegan, but actually, Ang dami palang species ng mga gulay. And for you, wala ka pang na-encounter na vegetables na hindi
Ah,
masarap. For the next question, there are lots of rumors out there na vegans often do not get enough nutrients or protein daw because of all the foods na ini-exclude from the diet. Now, obviously, there are so many studies for and against this. So based on your personal experience, do you feel na, it's easy for you to keep yourself on track health-wise, as a vegan?
well, I mean, in terms of it being rumors, I don't think it's about rumors or mga myths and misconceptions,
Mhm.
because whatever information is presented to you, it's up to you to discern and decide how you're going to react or respond to it, diba? So, yung wala, like, I think in terms of having, one of the biggest myths and misconceptions is, what about your protein? Where do you get your protein? But actually, I don't need so much protein. Most people are not even protein deficient. They are fiber deficient. And that is one of the causes also of cancer, colorectal cancer.
All right.
Diba? So, I mean, it's really just a matter of addressing
Mhm.
that reaction to that information presented to you. Na, yun nga, parang most people approach it na parang out of fear na, oh my gosh, I have to give this up talaga. But actually, where are you now in your life? Ano
Mm-hmm.
yung state of your health and well-being, even mental and emotional, ah? Kasi I noticed by when I switched to just the vegan diet, even yung tolerance ko for like my patience, sorry, my cat is like playing, yung level of patience ko and my moodiness has completely changed.
Mm.
Before parang mabilis ako na parang mainis lang. But
Madaling ma-trigger.
oo, dito na rin papasok yun yung mga studies nyo on like energy, because everything is
Yeah.
energy, di ba? Food
True.
has energy. If you
Correct.
think about the energy of the animal, the time it was being slaughtered or about to be slaughtered, what do you
Mhm.
think is infused in
Correct.
that, diba, piece of meat or fish or whatever? So again, I think it's just about understanding your mindset. There
Yeah.
you can find all sources of vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants in plant-based diet.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't worry so much about the protein. Kasi madami. Actually, madami.
Okay. Wow.
Um, and I
Mhm.
eat carbs, and that's fine.
Mhm.
And I think it's also just about balancing everything. Again,
Correct.
easy to be a very unhealthy vegan, but
Yeah.
Yes.
it's also very unhealthy to consume a lot of just, meat and
Yeah.
all of these animal products. So parang go back to yourself. Yun yung masasabi ko. Go back to yourself and really understand the information that's presented to you. Now, it's not for everybody. I think
Mhm.
it depends where you are also in your life. Ano yung nagiging experience mo. And also, some people have allergies to certain foods.
Yeah.
So I always say, please get your baselines checked. See
Mhm.
your doctor, but also be informed enough, because many of medical practitioners do not fully embrace yet the plant-based or vegan lifestyle, diba? Because maybe
Mhm.
wherever they are in their life as well, masarap rin for them to eat steak, diba?
That's true. Actually, totoo yan, Awa, no? Parang yung misconception nga na when you go for vegan diet, parang you're losing so much protein. But actually, in vegetables, napakadaming yung legume.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ah,
Yes.
when you eat nuts, of course, yung mga talagang healthy snacks natin na nuts,
Mhm.
there are protein talaga. I think I agree to what you just said na educate yourself. You have to become aware kung ano ba yan talaga yung mga sinasabi nilang nutrients talaga. And
Uh,
when you go for vegetables or vegan talaga, plant-based diet,
yeah.
in fact, kumpletong-kumpleto yung na-acquire ng body mong nutrients, exactly what the body really needs, di ba? So, super agree yung mga inano mo na we have actually enough protein in our body, so we don't have to
Correct.
worry kung
But
Mhm.
bakit
it's not even
plant-based tayo eh.
yeah, it's not even about the protein, eh. It's really just more about what are you putting in your body? How
Yes,
is this
Ah.
changing your biology, your internal
Mhm.
conditions
yeah,
as well, diba? Kasi marami talaga naman options. And kung ayaw, maraming dahilan, diba?
True.
Diba?
Gusto.
Alam ko na yan. Because
Yes,
I've been
yes.
there. I was like
Sikat
that.
na
I was like,
sikat yung ano
no,
na yan.
ano yung cheese? I lived in Switzerland. Oh my God, cheese was life. My day was never complete if I didn't have cheese and eggs. Pero, I realized, actually, kaya ko naman gumawa also ng vegan cheese out of
Wow.
cashews.
Yes.
It's just because we are so programmed, diba? With what we know historically, how we were raised, ano yung mga textures na, we're very familiar with in terms of our food. So it's just finding that creative balance. Now, alam ko marami out there, there's a lot of people who also don't cook. So that is still a challenge for them. But there are products more and more now for people to have. You can have vegan cheese. Before I was like, oh my God, how am I going to eat like pizza? I love pizza.
Yeah.
Actually, you can make pizza. You just put a lot of vegetables and then you can put vegan cheese. And
Mhm.
at least it's healthier, right?
Yes.
So, yun, I mean, there's always a way.
There's always a way. That's true. I
There's
agree.
always a way.
Sarap
Because
na. Mhm.
because if it's good for you, then why not? Diba? Why not do that for yourself? And also for your loved ones, your friends, your family.
Yes.
Precisely. I really agree to what you just mentioned a while ago na I think going for plant-based or what really you put in your body is a form of also of a self-love. That's very, very true, Awa. That's, I think, one of the mga powerful words na
Mhm.
binibigay mo this morning. Isa yan na parang form of self-love because you are really what you eat. It's
Correct.
really known to everyone yan. In our school nga our mentor would say, what if you eat junk, what do you expect? Eat junk food, then your body is junk, diba? So he's not only just referring to mga chichirya natin, diba? But
Yes.
there's a lot of
Marami pa.
marami pa. So but that's so nice to know na talagang if you really have to have a proper programming of what you do for your body is also correspond to whatever's happening to you. Tama yung sinabi mo na pati you notice very well na yung pati yung mood mo
Yes.
nagkaroon ng changes, 'di ba? You don't easily triggered na yung pagiging impatience mo. Kasi totoo yan because it affects because kahit naman luto na yung mga karne na nilagay sa plate natin regardless kung karne yan, chicken yan or yung energy niyan hindi namamatay. It
Yes.
goes
Andun
within
pa
us,
din.
our system and it will infuse us. So pansinin nga talaga natin, 'di ba? I like when you bring this to the right now sa discussion natin na may energy talaga siya, Awa,
Yes.
and the more actually you eat a lot of meats, mainit sa katawan. That's why you're very
Correct.
easily yung parang yung anger kasi nandun lahat yan when we talk about the energy of the food and what is the effect on humans behavior. We have that actually in our school. Ang laki talaga. But imagine when you eat a lot of vegetables kasi meron yung energy, may science talaga dyan na yung mga emit na energy ng mga vegetables, and if you get to be with them, yung lifestyle mong ganyan, it will be shown to you shown not only in the eyes, but you felt it you will feel it daw talaga. So I can see that, I can feel that from you, Awal. The energy that you're emitting talaga is very light, very just positive. Yung parang okay lang, di ba? And
Yeah.
and the thing is, yung conviction mo talaga. I love that your conviction of, why you're doing what you're doing. Your big why is strong enough to keep you moving forward to this kind of lifestyle. And that's so beautiful na to share with our viewers. So
Yeah.
anyway, you have any more question for our guest?
Yes, we have questions here from the comments. So from David Keith Reyes, thank you for your question. How do we keep our veggies daw fresh longer?
So it depends on the type of vegetables, no? But there are different ways that you can. Is he talking about parang preserving of vegetables or parang
Siguro yung
how
para
do you
lang
store it?
mapatagal siya.
Long
Storage.
life. To make it, kasi di ba nga, Awa, pag sa madaling na,
Yes.
lalagyan.
Boil it.
Oo,
Oo.
well,
So,
you
Madaling mag-wilt yung ano.
correct. So I mean, it's there. It's just a matter also of number one, planning. Kasi if you plan what you're going to buy, you're not. The tendency for you is to only buy what is enough for you.
And
Diba?
you will
So,
consume right away also, di
and
ba?
consume
Vegetable.
fresh.
Okay, I'm
Because
gonna
the
go for vegan.
fresher,
And what
the
does
better.
vegan?
'Di ba? So, yung
Mhm.
importante dyan is that we focus on choosing food that we will be consuming. Like me, I try to do my grocery like 1 or 2 times a week, depending on like my schedule.
Mm-mm.
There are so many ways to also preserve your fruits and vegetables. There's pickling, there's dehydrating. There's also different ways where you can do like meal preps, food preps, para mas ready sa atin. Kasi busy yung schedule din naman ng maraming tao, di ba?
True. Mm-mm.
So, but also like planning really helped me a lot. Like for example, before pre-COVID, I would get invited to go to parties or dinners. And sometimes like I'd end up, oh my gosh, I'll just drink water or eat rice. So
Yeah.
it's really a big help to plan ahead, and sometimes also tell your host or tell your relatives or your family na parang, oh, okay, for our gathering, I'll bring also food. And that's a chance for you to
Mm-hmm.
educate others,
Yeah.
diba?
Correct. Yeah.
Nice.
Oo.
I've learned to become before in the beginning here in Manila. I've learned to become like an expert of making a whole new dish out of side dishes available sa restaurant.
That's so nice. Okay.
Ang bongga.
Oo. Hindi, kasi minsan wala kang choice, and even the waiters, they look at you na parang, okay, what is that? One of the funniest experience I've had was, um, I went to this restaurant and they're like, oh, sorry ma'am, out of stock, out of stock.
All right.
So sabi ko, okay, so ano yung pwedeng kainin na walang animal product? Na gulay, gulay
Mm-mm,
lang talaga.
mm-mm.
Rice,
Ah,
rice ma'am. So I had to explain to them like what was being a vegan, what it was. And like for example, some people here, they still don't know what is the difference with vegetarian and vegan, diba?
correct.
Yung mga
Yeah.
vegetarians, they still consume dairy milk
Mhm.
Yes.
products, but kasi for me it's really a personal choice, like absolutely no animal product. Now in terms of like shopping, it helps to have a list. You can also, I share a lot of information, like even grocery list and tips on my Instagram page. So it's all free, and I'm happy to share that with people.
Yeah.
Kasi yan eh, meron naman paraan. And even before, when I was starting here, hindi ko alam kung paano mag-start. It was just really, oh my God, okay, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna get my stuff? And then you just discover. And it was fun. Super
Mm.
fun and enjoyable kasi nakaka-meet ka ng ibang suppliers or even home cooks and, small businesses. So maganda rin siya.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
Feel nga namin, no, na talagang you're having fun with it, with the journey, the experience of, transitioning from being a meat lover to a vegan. And in relation to this, may question dito from Mucha Cristina. Hello, beautiful ladies. I would like to ask, being married to a certified foodie just like me, what can you advise us how to transition from protein or meat to veggie daw, to veggies?
Well, I think it's also about starting with what is familiar. Yun yung ginawa ko dati before eh. Like before, I used to love scrambled eggs for breakfast. And then I found recipes to make my own scrambled tofu. And there are ingredients that can make it taste like egg. So when you're cooking like vegan eggs, there's what you call the black salt. So the taste of the black salt, if you close your eyes and you eat
Look,
it,
yes,
parang
like
egg.
Perfect.
correct.
So parang it's just triggering yung mga memories, and
Yes.
that's why I emphasize yung sensory experience eh.
Yes.
Because we base our actions and like reactions through our
Mhm.
memories, what we know, what we've been exposed to. That's so deeply ingrained in us. So yung challenge na magiging I mean you have to understand is how can I veganize this? And again, focus on adding more to your diet rather than, oh my God, okay, bawal, 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 bawal. Eh, di ba pag palagi ka pinagsasabihan na bawal, mas parang
More.
nakikita
Oo.
of it.
Yeah, that's true,
Mm-mm.
Awa. And
Yes.
that's very good, no, Awa, you said that na parang yung transitioning nga, di ba? Parang start where, kung ano yung meron ka. And I agree,
Yes.
no, it's better na, for the question, no, yung do it gradually. Kasi
Yeah.
mas ganda na parang you really journey with that experience
Oo.
and adding more. And then don't give up kasi nga we're saying here, 'di ba, kaninang when we were starting na talagang there will be a challenge that you will encounter, but stay put because the more you rediscovering ka ng mga taste nga eh, 'di ba? Na parang and then the beauty is ikaw mismo na witness mo. You are really into that journey and that the more that you are into the journey, you stay put talaga kasi alam mo yung nag-change what's happening in your mindset, your
Mm-mm.
emotions, and then your physical. Ikaw talaga, lahat, kumbaga, focus talagang
Yes.
na-experience mo. So
Tsaka,
that's,
ano
yeah,
yan eh, it's just a matter of being open-minded and focusing on your reason, your why.
Mm-hmm.
Like with everything else that you do, bakit ko ba ito ginagawa talaga?
Correct.
And really have that conversation, especially if you have a partner, a husband, or even your
Mm-mm.
children, your parents. Explain to them, like, try to really understand and bring it always back to yourself. And have them also bring it back to themselves. Now, hindi naman ito masama, so bakit
why,
hindi?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Diba?
that's,
why not?
I don't know. Like, I mean, that just it will make sense. Like for me, it
Mm-mm.
always just kept clicking in my brain. Na parang, oh, oo nga no. Actually, pwede naman eh. Kaya ko naman mabusog. As in, sobrang busog, masarap pa, and I don't feel like crap. That's
di
it.
ba?
True. Mm.
I love
Crap.
that.
Sorry, crap.
Busog pero
Yeah, I love that. I
oo.
don't feel like
Busog pero hindi feeling crap, no.
that.
Saya-saya. Mm-mm.
Anyway, Awa, we've covered so many, but it's
Oo.
not
Marami.
enough.
Mm-mm.
Actually,
Correct.
you're definitely one of the guests that we will bring you back here. You have many things to share na
Yeah.
like
Sarap
Thanks for having
makinig.
me.
Yeah.
eating and everything. Ang dami-daming natututunan sa'yo hearing everything this. Kasi it sounds more of very real thing. Hindi siya, yun nga yung pinag-usapan natin sa backstage, no, na it has to be something ang viewers mafe-feel na it's easy, it doable, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's you really what you made us feel right now hearing
Yeah.
your journey about being a plant-based
Oo.
diet. So, thank you very much,
You're
Awa.
welcome, and thanks for
Oh,
having me.
thanks.
And it was difficult in the beginning. I'm not gonna say it was very easy because it's making a change, eh? And you're stepping
Mm-mm.
out of your comfort zone. But is it worth
Mm-mm.
it? Is it worth your health? Is it worth your life? Is it worth your ability to be able to do other things that you can accomplish? And why not? Because it's gonna make you feel good.
Precisely. I agree. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awa, I'd like you to tell everyone right now watching us where they can connect to you. You've shared a while ago yung about Instagram mo. Maybe you can say that again. And do
Right.
you have any, parang
Mm-hmm.
kanina may sinabi si Pink na you're one of sa magazine na I'd like
Yes.
you to share that because I'm sure a lot of viewers would want to see, di ba nag-share ka din ng mga easy menus para to put in their plate. Please
Correct.
do
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, so as you know, this is also not my day job, but it's important for me to share and to show people na kayang-kaya. You
Kayang
just
kaya.
have to really be honest and open-minded to the process of change. And
Yes.
again, focus on your whys, and you will read a lot more about that because it's a new project under Mega Publishing Group. It's called onemega.com. So it's basically an online lifestyle magazine and resource for
Mm-hmm.
all these. I'm very humbled to be part of this roster because it's a lot of people from different industries like weddings, business, beauty, food, and all that. And I'm very happy to have that platform because that tells me that people are becoming more and more aware of
Mm.
this type of change and lifestyle. No, so it's called onemega.com, and hopefully you guys can check it out. It's still very new, but I'll be adding throughout the year, and there's a lot more exciting content that we're planning. But on a day-to-day basis, as much as I can, I share on my Instagram like free recipes and pictures. Because of my very busy schedule, I am working towards creating more video contents and tutorials. I've done a lot of pop-ups to showcase my food, and people really got to experience it in restaurants. But hopefully post COVID, medyo mas ano na tayo, mas makaka-interact face to face. And I'm always happy to mentor people. I get a lot of emails and private messages on my Instagram asking for tips or resources. And whenever I can make time, I even do like Zoom calls, like for random people who are just curious about it. I released last year during the pandemic an ebook called Plant-Based 101 with the intention kasi of raising proceeds and funds so that we can feed plant-based meals to yung mga medyo nahirapan mag-source ng food, and palaging yung mga dinodonate sa kanila mga delata. So the focus of the income from that was to feed um, mga home for the aged.
Yes.
Yan. So through the proceeds, I was very happy. Like, it was really just for fun. I just wanted to put together like a small
Yes.
ebook na parang, how do I start? What do I need to know? And a little bit of my story. And then I shared some recipes there. So you can find all of this on my Instagram at Life with Awa. And then later on in the year, hopefully I'll be releasing another ebook just to share
Wow.
with everybody and continue.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that ebook thing, but for now I'm connected to your Instagram. But
Yes.
more than that, I want to see you. You have this restaurant that we can dine in, you know. I was telling
Coming
you,
soon yan. Actually,
yeah,
we're
your
in the
sister
works. Yes.
telling me this before na you're going to come up with that. So I'm excited and I'm really looking forward because I want to taste this na
Yeah.
the
And
way
in
you
the meantime naman, we've been doing like other people have asked me as well, like with you ladies, not to go on like Instagram live or Facebook live. Sometimes they even do like a cooking demo that people can follow and sign up for. So it's really just to encourage everyone na kaya naman, let's try lang, go lang, enjoy it, and it's food. You're putting it in your body, then why not?
yes. So
Yeah,
nice.
nakaka-excite, no? We're so excited. You do more of this, more IG live, more pop-ups, more
Correct.
posts pa, more share pa ng mga recipes na, you know, hindi pa na nalalaman or nadidiscover ng iba na pwede palang gawing vegan ito, like
Yes.
vegan na, meron ba nun? Vegan sinigang, di
Yes.
ba?
There's a lot of restaurants also trying it out, and on my Instagram then I would once in a while feature mga products na people can try, local businesses for people to discover, kasi people are becoming more and more health conscious, especially now during this time of COVID. Your immune system is so important, and I think going on a plant-based diet will really help contribute to safeguarding you, at least, and your loved ones in terms of your health and wellness.
Yeah. So again, Awa, thank you very, very much for your
Thank you
time,
so much.
your kindness. I mean, all of this sharing that you've given to all of us. We are learning from you with all the insightful information that you've shared to all our viewers. More than that, very inspiring, Awa. Your story, the way you present this kind of lifestyle is very encouraging. That is the beauty that yun yung parang inimit mong energy to all of us, to all our viewers na we can all do it, you know, parang very positive, and that's what I like about it. Kung ganyan ang magpo-promote ng plant-based diet, I'll go for it.
Oo, nakakabitin ng
Go for it.
pag-usapan na to
By
eh.
all means, let's do it together, parang ganon. So I love how everything you presented here in our program, Awa. Thank you very much, and we will
Thanks for
definitely
having me.
see you again here. We will have you back here in our program. But in the meantime, we're going to end our program now. So everyone, this is Awa again, our guest. She's you can find her. She told everything where to connect to her to know everything about her plant-based lifestyle diet. So again, Awa, thank you very much. And to all our viewers, thank you very much for tuning in with us, and have a blessed day ahead. Yes, Pink.
Yes, thank you so much, our dear viewers. Thank you, Awa, for saying yes to us. So long. We're so humbled. We're so honored to have you here. And it's indeed a delicious and plant-powered conversation. Nakakabitin, no? Parang more pa nga daw eh, sabi ng mga viewers natin. But
Oh,
we
I
have to
mean, like
end it.
I'm happy to answer other questions like beyond this through my
Mm.
Instagram. So please just connect through at
Yes.
Life with Awa, AUA.
Yes. All right. So thank you again and have a blessed day ahead.
Have a great day. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.